Welcome to our webinar, How to Effectively Use AI in Business, Real-Life Use Cases for Applicable AI. Let's jump in. We have a lot to get through and not a lot of time. So we're going to be going over what AI actually is, and then we'll be going through a lot of use cases on how to use AI to start a business, and then how to use AI once you already have a business to grow and launch new products. So let me introduce myself and then we'll get right into it. Hey everybody, my name is Robyn Anderson, but my friends call me Jam, so now you can too. Below are all of my AI avatars. I like to think that they represent different aspects and experience within my life, except for the police officer. That one was totally just for fun. Well, as of now, I've had over 20 years experience in both sales and marketing. I've developed a really deep understanding around the frameworks and tools within business development and digital marketing. My journey has taken me on a lot of different roles, from leadership within agencies to building my own agencies. And over the past 2 decades, the things that have stayed consistent is that I dive deep into content strategy, SEO, digital advertising, e-commerce, website creation, and video storytelling. And for me, all of those go hand in hand with my business development. My passion for professional development and mentorship continues to drive me, especially in the realm of artificial intelligence. I founded Jam AI, where we provide on-demand training and consulting to help individuals and businesses utilize AI in all aspects of their lives. Besides all of this, I'm a mom of 2. This is my daughter right behind me. We live in Colorado, and when I have all of my automation set up, you can usually find us outside at a park working on golf or tennis skills. I'm so excited to be here with you all, and we're not just going to talk the talk, we're going to walk the walk. I'm going to show you how to use applicable, hands-on ways to start saving time and money today. So let's dive in. So what is AI? Well, there's a lot of different ways to explain it and slice it, and it just depends on the audience at hand. Now, I don't think any of you are developers looking to make your own AI, so let's just talk about it in simple terms. There's really 3 types of AI: machine learning, deep learning, and neural networks. And they're all basically a progression of the one before it. So machine learning is kind of like thinking about, instead of coding computers to do a certain thing, it's teaching a computer through examples, not rules. So it would be like showing it a bunch of pictures of cats and saying, these are cats. And then eventually it'll start recognizing cats on its own. Deep learning takes it a step further. Imagine a web where each part breaks down information bit by bit. It's kind of like voice assistants. When they take your voice, it's really complex. And then they figure out what you're saying basically by taking your voice audio and turning it into text. So that's what deep learning is. Neural networks are kind of the real hero lately. Think of it as a team of food tasters, and each one has to figure out what ingredient is in each meal. So it's an expert on that ingredient, and that's all it does. So neural networks is basically a bunch of nodes, or these food tasters, where they put all of their data together and collectively they'll make sense of it all. So neural networks is basically how we've come to create things like ChatGPT and Bard and all of these other LLMs. And it's based on a transformer architecture. It's basically handling a bunch of different data sequences, and it's making it really smart and able to have conversations. And actually, it's really good at it. So let's dive deeper into that in just a few minutes. It's always really important to me to just address an elephant in the room. There's a lot of you that are pretty hesitant about using AI, and I just want to clear up a few things. Number 1, AI isn't a surprise. It's not this thing that's out here and now taking over. It's something that people have been planning and building for decades. And it's really amazing that it's actually here and available for us to use in the day-to-day now. The second part is that people seem to be concerned that AI might take over their jobs. And I always say it's not the AI that'll take over your job, but it's the people who are using AI effectively and continuing their education around it that just might. So I don't want that to be a threat or anything, but more just encouragement to get out there and try it out. I have these images up here as well because you've actually been using AI for a long time. If you have a bank or social media or have worked in cyber security in some way, meaning keeping your data secure, you've dealt with AI. So it's nothing new. It's nothing to be afraid of. Let's dive into ChatGPT, my new best friend. I'd like to take a minute to just do a quick overview of ChatGPT and what it looks like in the user interface and some of the features and functionality. So as of January 2024, we have ChatGPT 4, and I am a Plus user, which means I pay $20 a month. So if you want to start a new chat, it looks like this. You can simply start chatting right here. Up here in the left-hand corner, you'll see some different drop-downs. So this is using ChatGPT 4. ChatGPT 3 is the former version, and sometimes ChatGPT 4 is slow, so I choose to use this. And then plugins, this is where we're going to find different plugins, which are basically like apps in the Apple Store that will extend the features and functionality of ChatGPT. And then if you hit open the sidebar, you'll see Explore GPTs. This is the newest area of ChatGPT, and this is their GPT store. Think of this like the App Store in Apple. So these are all custom GPTs that are written by individuals and businesses. You can search for specific ones that you might want. And it's really great. They highlight the trending ones. I was playing with one for fitness earlier. It's no longer up here. So yeah, this is where custom GPTs are. And then if you wanted to create your own, you just hit create. And you can basically just chat with the GPT builder of what you want it to do. So it'll just help you build it out. And yeah, so that's just a quick overview of ChatGPT and what it looks like as of today. So as you can tell, I'm a big ChatGPT fan. I've been watching it be built for 3 years now, and it's super exciting. It is an open source platform, so it's been open to the entire world of developers for about 18 months now. And I think that's the reason that it's so far ahead of its competitors, because it's literally had hundreds of thousands of developers working on it, making extensions, plugins, and now these GPTs to really make it better. But that being said, I really like these other LLMs as well, and that stands for language learning model. Bard is Google's, so it's Google Bard, and it's really amazing. It's come along really far. I use it quite often, actually, just for a change of scene. One of the things that it's really good at is image to text. And so I'm still a pen and paper type person. I love writing notes during meetings and things like that. And I can just take a picture and upload it to Bard, and it'll take that picture and tell me what the notes are. I can ask it to write an email from those notes, and it's really great. Meet Claude is by a company called Anthropic, and I don't think it gets enough press. It's really, really great. It has a really personable feel to the conversational elements of it. It also can do long form content. So I like to use it for podcasts or blogs. We do an AI author challenge that I use this for as well. So this has been a really great tool. And then there's Pi. I love Pi. Pi is an emotional AI, so it's like an EQ AI. And it's really like a therapist in a pocket. You can use it on your phone. There's an app, and it's actually a voice that'll come across. I just tried it the other day. I have a very old dog named Kevin, and I said, "Hey, Pi, I'm sad. My dog Kevin's getting really old." And it was really nice. It gave me advice. It asked me how I felt, and I had a really nice conversation with it. So definitely try these out as well. It's definitely worth your time. I know you're excited, but you actually can't start yet. So the first thing you need to do is take a minute and figure out how you're going to educate your LLMs. So that means, how are you going to give it the information about your business, your goals, your audience, your content, your product, whatever it is? How will you give it that information so that it can give you quality information that you can use? So one of the things that we're giving you today is the AI brand creator, and we call it the setup. So this is something that you should take about 15, 20 minutes at minimum to fill out. And once you save it as a PDF, you'll be using it to create all sorts of content. It's actually where the magic starts. There's a lot of ways that you can use LinkedIn with AI. I like to use it as a career coach or ask it for advice. So I like to download my LinkedIn profile, and then I'll upload it as a PDF into ChatGPT. And then I'm going to create some sort of prompt. A prompt is a way that you talk to ChatGPT. And two really important tips is to tell it to act as, or have it ask you questions. These two tips can really increase the quality of the response that you get. So in this case, I asked it to act as a professional business coach and to ask me 5 questions after it reviews my LinkedIn profile to give me career advice. So this was a prompt that I just made up off the bat. You could probably come up with a better one, but it actually gave me really great answers. So definitely try it out. So let's use AI to help us build our business plan. So the first thing we're going to do is go to score.org. There's so many amazing templates available on that website and so many resources. I had no idea. So I'm downloading the business plan template, and then I'm going to save it as a PDF. And I'm also going to take my brand creator setup document, and I'm going to upload both of those documents into ChatGPT. Once I find it, at least. I'm usually more organized, I swear. So now my prompt is going to be, use the SCORE business template along with my AI brand setup template and fill out this business plan for me. So as it does that, kind of read through and make sure that it's on the right level and doing the right things. Also, just looking at the template here, I always like to double check that it has read and brought out each section, which it did. And then I ask it to elaborate on each section individually. That way, I'm not using AI to rely on my content 100%. I'm really guiding it and adding in my own thoughts and my own humanistic approach to it all. So if you wanted to make a preliminary business plan, this is a great way to get started. This is an example to show you how to use those plugins. I'm going to use Domain Finder AI, which is a plugin. I did look for a new GPT to help find available domains and didn't have it. So I'll put my prompt, which is find available domains for my new AI holistic health platform. So the cool thing about this is it will find domains that are actually available, not just ideas that it likes. And then it'll also give you links to purchase the domain right in there. So as you can see, it gave me some that are not available at first, and then asked if it should suggest alternative names. And I should have said yes, obviously. But this is just a great example of how you could use one of the plugins to buy a domain. I know that what we do can be pretty chat GPT heavy, but there's also other alternatives. So this is a third-party domain GPT AI website. So simply go to Google and ask for something like this. There's lots of them. And you can simply type in what your business is and what you're trying to do. And it'll ask you some different questions about words to include or the type of domain. And this will also give you available domains and you could purchase them straight from here. All right, you have your domain. So now we have to work on websites and logos. I'll show you a few ways how you can use AI to create a logo. First way I'm going to show you how to create a logo using AI is right inside ChatGPT. So I'm going to write a prompt that says, create 4 logos for Jam AI based on these styles. The really cool thing is that the latest update in ChatGPT comes with Dolly inside of it. So Dolly is actually the image creator created by OpenAI, and it used to be outside of ChatGPT, but now it's in it. So it'll give you pretty great logos, and the spelling is usually off, as you can see, but it's close enough. And if you liked something a lot that it gave you, you could possibly bring it into Canva and change it from there, or Photoshop, of course. I like to use Midjourney better, and I'm going to show you another AI tool as well for logo creation. This is an example of how I use ChatGPT to get Midjourney prompts. So Midjourney is an AI image creator, and it became accessible to the general public about 18 months ago. I'm a huge fan of it. We'll get into it a little bit later on in this presentation, but ChatGPT will give you prompts, and so all you have to do is enter them into Midjourney. Midjourney lives on Discord. So if you go to discord.com and you have to sign up for an account, and then you could go to Midjourney from there. But you can see the quality of imagery that it creates is really outstanding. It is hard to drive, though. That's been the feedback. And once you learn how to drive it, though, it makes these incredible images that'll save you so much money and so much time. So check those out, and highly recommend jumping into Discord and Midjourney and just giving it a try. This is a third-party AI tool that we have no affiliation with, but I thought it was pretty neat because you just go and describe what your business is and put in a couple filters as far as the style and colors that you like, and it'll create some logos for you. I actually have a client of mine that used this, and she got maybe 6 or 7 different versions, and they were all really great. And it's free to generate the logos. And then once you're ready to once you're ready to download them, you do have to purchase. I believe this was somewhere around $20 or $30, but really cool, really, really cool technology. Remember when building a website used to mean that you used to have maybe 10 or 12 meetings just finding the right web developer, and then you'd have to have tens of thousands of dollars and a lot of patience. Now we can build websites in a matter of minutes with durable.com, and maybe a day or two with things like Squarespace and WordPress, and obviously with the help of our LLMs for content creation. So let me show you a few of these that I really like and recommend to our clients. This is Durable. It's a really amazing website where you can go in and just type in a couple words, really, just what your industry is and where you're located, and it'll create an entire website for you. It's really mind-blowing. I have a client that told me about this actually, and he ended up using it and launching his business website off of it. But it's really cool. For me, I'm a website snob, so it's a little bit more like a V1 or wireframe, but still, those used to take us weeks and weeks to come up with. It writes content that is pretty generic because it does not have a setup, obviously. It doesn't know everything about your brand. But for me, it's pretty much as good as it can get right now. So that was it, 30 seconds, and it created this website. It has a header, a little call to action, a quick overview, some visuals, and really a little bit of a description about each service offering, which maybe it'll give you some ideas of services that you don't even have. About us, learn more, and then a little map where you can find us and a form. So yeah, it has all of the widgets that all of the other do-it-yourself website platforms have, and you can go in and make this yours. You can change colors, you can change the content, you can do multiple iterations of having it redo it for you. So it's a really, really cool website, and check it out. I've always been a really big fan of Squarespace. I think the templates are really nice. I think it's really, really easy to use. It's affordable. I'm going to show you an example of how I take a template from Squarespace like this one, and then how I use ChatGPT to help me create content for that template. So back in the day, I used to just ask it to create content for my website based on the URL. But now I like to use the setup guide along with a template link. And it's really surprising how great the content is and how it's built for each section of the website. So once you do that, you just simply give it a very easy prompt, because it has the setup guide in it and it's already educated on your business and what you're trying to do. All we need to do is simply ask it to create website content based on the link and then based on the PDF that's uploaded. And as you can see, it's reading it and double checking everything. And then it's going to give me content based on that template in Squarespace. So every single section will have the exact content that I need. And honestly, it's come out with content that is 100% usable and unique and sounds great. So I always like to go back and just check the sections and make sure it didn't miss anything. But if you like Wix or WordPress or whatever, they all have template links that you can try this with. Those were some great tips on how to use AI to start a business, but now let's get to the good stuff. How to use AI to launch and grow and make that money. There's a lot of ways to create content with AI, but first you have to figure out what it is you're going to make. I like to start by using the funnels. So top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. I'll pick what it is I'm going to create, and then I'll use my setup document and my favorite LLM to make it happen. Let me show you how I create a month's worth of social media posts using ChatGPT and Canva. I went into the GPT store and found Drillo social media content creator for this example. I'm going to upload my brand guideline, and then I asked it to create a 30-day calendar that gives me posts about a specific product that we offer. It's then given me 30 days of things that I should do. And then I asked it further to give me that post content, which is over here on the side. After that, I go into Canva and I'll just go ahead and create a bunch of different posts that I can just send out straight from this platform. So first, I have to paste all of my posts from ChatGPT into an Excel spreadsheet and save it as a CSV. Then I'm going to go in and find a template that I like. I'll choose this one for now, even though I don't really like it. So the first thing you're going to do is upload that CSV file. And also you're going to want to make sure that you have all of your elements that are in the post in the exact spot that you want them. So I'm going to upload that. And the fields are identified. You could have multiple. And then you go ahead and you hit connect data. And that will say, hey, I want this text to be filled in by the text in the spreadsheet. This is when you have to make sure it looks really good, because you're going to duplicate it and you don't want to duplicate any errors or anything that you don't like. So go ahead and hit continue, generate 13, generate 100, whatever you want to do. And then you have all of your content ready to share for Instagram or for Pinterest. I like to change out the background on each one, and it's super simple just with a drag and drop. You can also post it directly from the Canva platform, or you could look into other third parties. I like Soshi and I like Hootsuite, but there's a bunch out there. I'm going to show you a quick way to automate your Facebook posts for your page or your groups. So you're going to go to Zapier and create a new Zap. You can create with these three triggers. So the first one is Zapier schedule, every day in schedule by Zapier. And you can choose to post every day, every hour, every month, or every week. And then you can choose the time of day that you're going to post. Then you're going to send a trigger to ChatGPT, and you're going to choose conversation with assistant. From there, you'll choose your account and log in, and then you'll give the prompt and make sure you're on the latest model of ChatGPT. You can give a conversation ID and also train it with files that you have in Zapier. For this, I didn't need it for this specific post. And then you're going to connect your Facebook account, and the event's going to be create page post. And you'll finally just go ahead and hit test. It says it was sent to my Facebook about 4 minutes ago. So you can see it says published by Zapier, and I have these running quite often. And it's a great way to just have new, fresh content. If you're trying to make a lot of content, but you don't have a lot of time and you're looking to grow your YouTube channel, I would highly suggest Opus Clip. What it does is it takes any sort of long form content and chops it up into 30, 10, 5-second, whatever you need. So one thing that I like to do is find like a video that's popular in my industry. So for this example, I have John Oliver's Last Week Tonight, where it's all about artificial intelligence. If you haven't seen it, it's awesome. And I'm going to grab this URL and go ahead and, sorry, not going to do that. You can upload one as well, but I'm just going to drop the YouTube link, and it's already checking it out. And you can kind of talk about what style you want. You can add in your brand, and then also what sort of clip length you want. You go ahead and hit get clips, and then it will have all these clips ready for you. And it also gives you the post that goes along with it, along with a score of how popular it'll be. And actually, this is one of the most watched videos on my YouTube, and it's just a way to share relevant information with There's a lot of ways to create custom chatbots, but this is one of my favorites. This is Zapier, and it's basically a website that allows you to connect applications with no code. So for people like me who can dabble in it but are dangerous, it's a real no code dream. So I go to interfaces, which basically is where you build a chatbot. So this is the back end of one of my chatbots for our AI author challenge. And this specific chatbot is supposed to help authors figure out what their book topic is and why they're writing it, and kind of figuring out their story and digging into what's their why. So all you have to do is go and answer a few questions, and then in the directive, that's where you give it that prompt, and that's where that magic sauce really is. And then it does connect to your chat GPT. And yeah, from there, you can go ahead and use it. I said the topic of my book is healthy eating while traveling, and it came up with a bunch of questions for me to answer. And once I do that, it'll really help me figure out my why for writing a book. So this is just one example of how you can create a chatbot. If you want to take a look, we've created hundreds of these, and it's a lot of fun. One of my favorites is I created one for my son, and it helps him write stories where he's the main character. AI voiceover has really come a long way. So I'm right now in 11 labs, and it's a really awesome place. So all you need to do is add your text down here, and then you can choose the voice you'd like to use. You hit the play button and you can hear what they sound like.
From A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere.
These voices are amazing. They're super professional. So I think it's really important to think about how you can use AI voice in so many different ways. So yeah, you just put in your text right here, and then there's also this speech-to-speech feature where you can drag and drop your audio or record audio right in here. So for example, this is me doing a quick demonstration of how 11 Lab works. All you do is hit stop and generate, and it'll make me sound like Kwame.
For example, this is me doing a quick demonstration of how 11 Lab works.
With AI, everybody's an artist. Let me show you how you can use Midjourney to create very realistic photos to save you a bunch of time and a bunch of money on stock photography. For this example, I'm going to be using another plugin called Photorealistic, and I asked it to give me some photorealistic prompts for Midjourney for a professional working in Denver. I'm going to take that prompt back into Midjourney. And all I have to do is do \imagine and put in the prompt, and the AI gets to work. I'm going to be adding in all of the prompts that ChatGPT gave me. It does take a few minutes for these images to come to life, so I like to enter them all, go make a coffee, and then come back. You can see that there's actually a percentage, and don't click it until it's at 100%. Otherwise, you'll see a work of art not really complete yet. So here's the images we got. Let me actually show you closer up. So this is what Midjourney gave us. Just look at the detail here. It's really incredible. There's always some weird stuff going on. Like if you look at the bottom right, that guy's collar kind of turns into his shirt. You have to always take a look for people's fingers. There's been a lot of people who have 6 fingers on one hand. And for some reason, babies always turn out super weird as well. But I think that this does an incredible job, and it does follow directions really well. So if you want to make slight changes, you can do that in your prompt. Here's a few others that we came up with. This is for a prompt where I asked for a retired man relaxing outside. This is an example of a young professional living in Denver. And this was an example of a living room in a mansion. So these are all really amazing photos. I hope that you give Midjourney a try. It's really fun to play with. Don't be afraid just because you have to get on that Discord app. It's just another website. Give it a try.
Imagine a world where you can speak in any language.
Imagine a world where you can speak in any language.
Imagine a world where you can speak in any language.
Imagine a world where you say and speak in any language.
So that weird avatar that you just saw speaking in a bunch of different languages was built on this website called DID. DID is one of my favorite websites because it allows you to upload a photo, and it also has avatars that you can choose. You can go ahead and throw a script right in there, or you can click audio and record your own script. They have a lot of different voices to choose from and a lot of different styles as well. It's very affordable too. I think I'm paying per coins at this point, or credits, but you can buy like 20 or 30 credits, and each video is about 3 credits, as you can see. So it's really cool. I really like this one, but let me show you the one that I think is going to change the game in video. This is Runway AI, and it's actually a text to video AI creator, and it's really, really amazing. So I just quickly wrote a car that fixes itself, and the detail and the ability to follow instruction is really cool. It's definitely in its infancy. It's not working out all the time. Like, take a look at the next one. In this one, I have a text prompt that was a kitchen that cleans itself. And that's not really what happened now, is it? But again, just the detail and the ability to make motion happen is really incredible. I'm excited to see how this looks in 6 months or even a year. I think it's going to look a lot different. Okay, so that kind of covers our content section. We're going to quickly do a biz dev run through. I know we're almost out of time, so I'm going to do it quickly. All right, we're at our final section, business development with AI. So let's dive in. This is seamless.ai. It's actually a really great tool. And what it does is it gives you contact information for those who are searching your specific terms. So it's called intent search, and it allows you to actually find companies who are searching specific terms. There's a lot of other different filters and ways to find contacts, and it will actually give you their email addresses and phone numbers. So it's really awesome information. I will say this is not cheap. You do have to have an account, and I don't remember the exact price, but it's, I think, negotiable and something that you have to set up company by company. This is ChatGPT for Sheets. So I actually have an extension installed in here called ChatGPT for Sheets. And what I did is I'm going to put in all of these email addresses from seamless.ai. And then at the top here, I'm asking ChatGPT to come through Google Sheets and do a specific task, which is up in those first 7 rows. And what it does is it actually creates unique emails for each person based on their first name and also their company name. So it's not just a standard template where the first name changes. It's following the directions from ChatGPT and then creating a unique message for that specific person. This is ChatGPT for Sheets. So I actually have an extension installed in here called ChatGPT for Sheets. And what I did is I'm going to put in all of these emails. The coolest part about this is you can actually send your emails from Google Sheets using a simple extension. Again, this one's called YAM, which stands for Yet Another Mail Merge System. And it's just acting like any other email service provider. It will give you open rate, click rate, unsubscribes, etc. But this is a really, really efficient way to send thousands of emails a day if you want, and really powerful tool. So use it wisely. I just want to give you a few tips to start automating your life. Number 1, make a list of tasks that you want to automate, and then really look at them and find out which ones are possible. After that, you have to do the setup for the brand. But most of all, get out there and just try things, because technology is constantly changing and nothing stays the same in AI. But don't be afraid, get out there and explore. That was a lot of information in a little bit of time. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I'm looking forward to answering your questions. And if you want to get in touch with me, my contact information is below. And remember, AI is actually here to help us be more human by freeing up more time so we can go do the things we love. Thanks again, and have a great afternoon.